It's day
Hello and good
9.
morning.
It's day
Day
9.
9. Day 9.
And when people view this, it will be Monday the 9th. So I will be anxiously glued to the Fjallraven Instagram, waiting to see if I'm picked. But, 1 in 30,000, yeah, probably not. But still, it'll be fun to watch the show and see.
It'll be fun. And wouldn't it be wonderful if you are chosen? That would be so fantastic.
And I won't be able to tell you until Tuesday.
I know. So hold on, folks. We'll know on Tuesday.
Or
we're
we'll
going to
just
record
say,
after on Monday. We're going to record after the thing, so we'll be able to talk about it.
Yeah, we'll record in the afternoon because I will have had my finals presentation and then also the announcement from Fjallraven. So if you don't want to wait, go follow Fjallraven.
Yeah.
And then you can watch the thing live at 4 p.m. Central European time, which in Mountain Time Zone is 8 a.m. in the morning. So that'd be 10 o'clock on the Eastern.
10 on East, yeah.
So if you don't want to wait, go watch.
You can go find out.
You might
otherwise, but we'll tell you on Tuesday also. I'm sure we will say.
I mean, it's not like I'm holding my breath or anything.
Yeah.
Oh,
your kitty's up above your head.
I didn't even realize she was up there.
I didn't either. I think she was there the whole
I think so. Little Gargoyle's been napping up there the whole time.
We've been talking for an hour now, and neither one of us noticed the cat.
She was asleep. I think I can show you. Well, you do yours first while I finish knitting the stripe.
Oh, okay.
For day 8.
I'm going to start with Becky's today.
Okay, we're going to open first, and then we're going to talk about some other stuff.
Yeah, we have other stuff. Day 9. Oh, and I don't have an Instagram winner today because we're filming 2 episodes. So tomorrow I'll have 2 winners. But in the meantime, go over to Instagram. I thought I knew how.com. Or no, sorry, I thought I knew how on Instagram, and leave a note for the post for this episode. Okay, ASMR. Oh, I'm trying to keep my microphone from flying up as I open this.
We need to tie that thing down. You need to get zip tie.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance yet. It's meant to be a boom mic, everybody. I've been annoyed by my sound quality, and I'm hoping that this fixes it. Bam!
Woo! I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't either. And at first, it's called Xanthoria, dyed on a white base. And I think we're getting into yellows. It's sort of a yellowy greeny.
Xanthoria. What does that mean? Xanthoria.
I'm guessing it's a botanical name.
It would seem.
Yeah. So Xanthoria, Xanthoria on a white base. And yeah, isn't that nice?
Yes.
It kind of matches my Dorset button hanging behind it there.
Good. A little more yellowy, but yeah.
Yeah, a little more yellow. So that's that one.
Okay. And let me see. I have day 8's stripe finished. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm double checking, counting stripes and double checking. So there you go.
Ooh, I like it knit up. I like it a lot knit up.
There.
That's pretty. Solid. Okay. Like it.
Ready?
Yep. What's next?
Ooh, I was not expecting that.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of like a robin's egg blue. Look, like a light.
That's pretty. I wonder, so are we getting like 4 colors and then a very different color and then 4 colors and then a different color, do you think?
3, 4, maybe. This started, 1, 2, 3 in a green, but who knows where I started.
But it could have, you could have had one chopped off.
2, 3. Well, this is 1, 2. Well, it depends.
It's 4.
There's 3 oranges and a blue. There's 3 oranges and a blue. Whereas this was a green and a pink, and then I don't know if there's a pattern.
But maybe she's counting the pink as an orange. Like, is it 4 sort of similar colors and then a crazy color in comparison? We'll see how things pan out.
Stay tuned to see. So,
I have one more before you go on. Remember,
that's right.
Hogmanay Box. We're on day 9.
Day 9.
So we have natural white and a navy blue.
Okay.
Ooh, it's pretty. Ta-da!
And a brighter blue.
Let's get the label the right side up. So let me grab the other 2.
Ooh.
So this is what we have so far.
So we're in a section of blues now.
We're in a blue section. So you'll start by knitting these 2. Okay. And then you'll move on to these 2.
Nice.
Whoops. Get it in the right way. There you go. And then we'll have one more color from Becky tomorrow. And that'll be our unit from the Silly Sheep Company.
Fantastic.
All these lovely, soft, beautiful yarns. Okay.
So
we have something to talk about.
We do. I have potentially, I can share more about this later, but I potentially have the opportunity to travel in a couple months. And so I was asking Anne, because she travels obviously a lot, I was asking Anne for advice on, as a knitter, where do you prefer to sit on the plane? And she's
First
like,
class.
I have opinions about that. And I'm like, oh, do tell. I cannot afford first class for this particular trip. It would be, for just a 2.5 hour flight, it's
not worth it.
No, for that. I mean, if I was like doing a transatlantic and I was going to be there a long time, then maybe, but I can suck it up for a couple hours.
Yeah. No, I fly often enough and far enough, and I've been doing it long enough that I am platinum diamond status, whatever the top status is that you can have with an airline. That's what I have. Oh. And so I actually end up flying first class pretty often these days because I'm first in line for upgrades.
Because you can.
Because I can. And so honestly, like, dude, if you have a long flight, first class, it really does make a difference. Like your ability to move and like stretch around and stuff, it is amazing. I highly recommend it. Yeah. If you can afford it.
I cannot.
And I spent years and years traveling without it. So, and I survived as well. So, but
you're sitting in the normal seats with, with the regular people.
Right. And I do often still fly in the normal part of the plane because it's like, smaller flights don't have a first class, someplace, whatever. Yeah. So, first choice, first class. Second choice is
as a right-handed knitter. Where do I want
as a right-handed knitter? Looking forward on the plane, because that's how we sit on the plane, looking forward. I sit on the right side against the airplane wall.
Oh, so window seat, right side.
Window seat, right side is my first
right hand
choice.
Is knitting against the wall.
Because my right hand. Because what that means, so as I knit as a right-handed knitter, my right hand is doing most of the motion. That's the needle that's getting knit onto. Right. And the left hand can just sort of sit. It can just be like that.
Okay.
So if I end up with someone right next to me, this is my least mobile hand while I'm knitting.
That's true.
And it can just stay in position, and this hand can move. The walls of airplanes are not straight up and down. They have a curve to them. And so if you have a window seat, in most planes that you're in, there will be a little bit of a gap along this area here. So you actually do have a little bit more elbow room on the right side if you're doing it. Now,
be mindful not to drop anything in that gap.
Yeah. And anywhere, because it's really, unless you're a much smaller person than I am, if you're like 5'2", you can reach down and get things. But as someone who's 5'10", I can't bend. I can't, where the seat is, I can't get bent over enough to reach things on the floor until it's time to deplane. So don't drop anything on an airplane. Now, Jana, so we talked about this a little bit before, and you were wondering why wouldn't you want to sit on an aisle?
On the left.
And that's on the left side, so that your right hand, so the aisle's here, and you can use your right arm. Everybody's going back and forth on that aisle, and they're coming through with carts, and people are coming through not paying attention. Some people are coming through entitled, like, I don't care who I'm hitting, whatever. And so if you're trying to take advantage of that extra space along the aisle, you're running the risk of getting whacked, or pushed against, or hit by someone's book bag or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So I tend to like get myself into my little cocoon against the wall where I know I'm good to go. I pee before I get on the plane. I try and just like not have to get up.
Right.
And I just am there. So right side against the side of the plane, window side is where I try and be when I fly.
Do you think it's worth it? Like the airlines is always trying to be like, you could upgrade and have a little more leg room. Like, do you think it's worth it to pay for the extra,
Yes,
the exit row? for example?
Exit row is tricky because often there's multiple exit rows. So exit row, the seats that go, the backs of seats are not allowed to recline into exit row seats. So if you have a normal seat that is in front of an exit row, your seats are not going to recline. And if you're in a double exit row, the first row of exit row seats will not recline. So if it's just one row of exit row, then your seats will recline. So it's just this like your comfort level. I very rarely recline my seat, so I don't really care about that, but it's something to consider.
Okay.
I will take exit row. There's also some airlines have an option where it's not, you're basically just paying to get a little bit more legroom in general.
Right.
And even whether it's a exit row or not. And sure. I do often pay for that because it's typically not that much more. And it is enough extra room where, see, I'm tall in my legs.
Right.
And so a lot of the times when I sit down in a normal airplane seat, I either have to have my knees like this to either side of the seat, or my legs are right in the chair in front of me.
Right.
And if people want to recline, like I have been injured before by people like, and I'm like, because my legs are against their seat. So I often will pay, because sometimes it's like 15, 25, like sometimes it's really not that much more to get 3 more inches of space, which is, it makes a difference for someone.
Even like 2 inches makes a difference if you're right up against that seat.
Yeah. So for me, that is something I will pay extra for, is to have
that's a thought.
That spot.
On a flight that's 2.5 hours, that's a thought.
Yeah, I see, but I fly so much now, I probably, like if I would pay extra for the few extra inches, but if I didn't get it, it wouldn't be the end of the world. I would survive. It would,
Make sure you've peed first if you're going to be against the wall. Yeah. I struggle with wanting that aisle seat where I feel like I'm not, so closed in, but then I also I'm okay being over against the wall. Leave me alone. I can lean over against the wall if I want to, if I'm tired.
Yeah. There's that too.
I just want to be antisocial and be like, don't talk or be,
and I tend to
listen to a podcast or whatever.
Right. When I do have that window seat, I'll just sort of pay attention to the aisle person. And if they get up, even if I don't need to use the bathroom in that moment, I'll still get up and do a bathroom trip at that point too. If I think, sometime in the next hour or so, just because then it's
body. We call it that. Preventative.
Yeah. Because then it's just one less inconvenience, one less having to ask them to move, whatever.
The middle person's like,
yeah. Let's all go. Come on, whole aisle. Let's go. We'll all go together.
Let's all go. Right. So the first flight from Cheyenne to Denver is literally 20 minutes in the air.
Yeah.
Whoop, boom.
Yeah, up and down.
I go ahead, especially in the winter, I go ahead and pay the extra $100 because it's just easier. I don't have to drive all the way to Denver. I don't have to deal with the tollway. I don't have to pay parking. I don't have to mess with any of that. Going through security is so much easier in a little tiny regional airport. It's it's so much easier. It's just, it's ridiculous. And it's an additional $100 round trip.
Oh, yeah.
It's not.
Oh, I just found something out. If you are in the United States or Canada and you're planning to go to the UK this next year, starting, I want to say January 8th, you have to have oh gosh, I can't remember what it's called. I just barely did it. You basically have to apply for a visa. It's a very easy visa to get. They're doing away with the old system that was you just scan your passport and you're in. They're changing it. Okay. So I did go through the paperwork for it online. There's a website or an app, and I had approval within the hour. It really wasn't a hard thing, but it's not a big deal. But I think it went so fast because they just announced, the people in the UK, they've been debating doing this for ages. but it's just started to become news here in the US that you have to do it. And so I think I was like, quick, like I heard about it and I went and did it. And so I don't know if like a week from now it's still going to be that fast or if,
Right.
So I can't find what it's called.
Yeah. I need to buy luggage also.
You need to what?
I need to buy some
luggage.
Yeah, because the last time when I went to Dallas Fort Worth Yarn Fest, it was fantastic. But my oldest sister, lived here. She just recently relocated and moved. But the point was, she let me borrow her like Samsonite hard sided, and it's purple. She let me borrow it, and it's was a really good just carry on size, and it had the like independent 4 wheels, and you could scoot it. You know what I mean? And I was gone for 4 days with just a carry on in my backpack, and I was totally fine.
Yeah.
And I was able to bring home a truckload of yarn. Because, if you wear the same jeans for 4 days, you can bring home a lot of yarn. I'm just saying.
Yeah. The place I go to buy all my luggage is like TJ Maxx.
Oh, I wonder if we have one of those in Cheyenne. Maybe.
Because it's all Samsonite and really good quality luggage. It's just last year's styles that didn't sell. So TJ Maxx mass buys them. Yeah. And you're still getting like really good quality luggage. And like
TJ Maxx.
Yeah, TJ Maxx is the great place. And it's like, and it's just like set size. Pretty much everything, all the luggage is like a carry-on 79 and this one's 89 and this one's 9, like it's all.
Yeah.
And then they'll even have some on clearance. Usually you can go in and
because I'm quite sure
it's all 59 or whatever.
Yeah, if it was last year's style.
Yeah, no one cares. Literally no one cares. Try not to get a black one. Almost everyone has a black one and it's so hard when you're trying to pick up your bag to be like, is this my black one or someone else's black one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my sister, who I was talking about, because we all live and it's very rural and full of, cattle ranches and things. The plastic ear tags that cows have?
Yeah.
She uses one of those for a luggage tag.
That's awesome.
That's easy. It's yellow and a plastic cow tag.
Yeah.
Pretty easy to see.
Yeah. I've seen people do like they'll put a strip, like a strap around it, around the whole thing that helps keep it closed. And some people do just like a funky duct tape around it.
Oh yeah, duct tape, that'd be good.
Or people tie a ribbon, or they'll have like really obvious luggage tags or whatever. So that's a good way, like if you have a black suitcase, to help differentiate it.
If that's what's on sale, then
yeah,
get yourself some hot pink duct tape.
Yeah. Sad beige, we've talked about recently, means that there's a lot of white suitcases also at this point. Not tons, but there's enough white suitcases that when I take my white suitcase, I have to look closely and make sure, because there'll be other people on the flight who have a white suitcase. Navy, like blue, I would say white, black, and blue are the 3 colors of suitcases I see the most often.
Oh yeah.
And then red. But like a purple or like a giraffe print or like, like something funky Leopard. Like that. Yeah. Those are rarer. Those are more rare.
Interesting. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
Thanks. Oh,
tips.
And there's also another YouTube that I learned a lot from. It's something about travels with Lori. I'll link it down below. Her husband is a commercial airline pilot, and she knows like all the tips and tricks. And I watched her before my first trip to Dallas when I hadn't flown in like years, and it was smooth. I mean, so she has some great ideas, really, really streamlined. Like, yeah. So I learned a lot from her. Just saying.
Yeah.
So fun. Cool. If this happens, I will hopefully be able to announce this in the next couple of weeks, where I'm going and how you can meet up.
It's very exciting.
Yeah, you won't be able to meet up with me, though. You're going to be away somewhere.
I'm going to be in Shetland as that's happening, so I'm not going to be able to go to that.
Will you just stay home?
No.
As I'm the one that's going to be going. Yeah. I do stay home a lot, though, but fun. Okay, well, I'll see you Tuesday.
I guess so. Yeah.
Monday. Anyhow, I'll see you next time.
I'll see you next time.
Happy knitting.
Thanks. Bye-bye.